Hello everyone, Matt Lins for Wareham Sports, back at Wareham High School. We have another girls varsity game for you here tonight. The Lady Vikings welcome in the Blue Devils from Fairhaven High School. Both teams are off to sort of an opposite start, so to speak, to start the season. Wareham is 3-0 on the young season. They've started out very well, had a really good outing in the last game against Upper Cape Tech, which we brought to you here on Wareham Media. And you know, unfortunately, the Blue Devils, not off to the greatest of starts, have yet to win a game in conference or in play in general this year. But we're going to have to wait until the teams take the floor to see if those records really reflect how well they play. We've seen a lot of improvement from the girls over the last couple of years. I am most impressed, and granted it's only been one game, but with Kobe Ferguson, the 8th grader, who is starting on the varsity team. So a lot of players to watch for. We have our senior leaders and co-captains, Mercedes Perry and Johnny Tompkins, out on the floor leading the way. A lot of contributions from other players around and off the bench. But we're going to be back with the starting lineups in the national anthem just after this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Wareham High School's J. Montague Gymnasium for tonight's basketball game between the Fairhaven Blue Devils and your Wareham Vikings. On behalf of the administration, staff, and students of Wareham High School, we welcome Fairhaven High School to this contest. The competition is conducted in accordance with the rules and regulations of the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. The game officials are responsible for administering the rules of the game. Their experience and integrity qualify them for this important responsibility. Athletes and fans are expected to demonstrate good sportsmanship to everyone here. Negative behavior will not be tolerated and will result in expulsion from this gymnasium. The officials for tonight's game are Pete Bailey and Dan Patanaud. The Blue Devils' record is 0-1 in the league and 0-3 overall. The Vikings have yet to play a league game and are 3-0 overall. Fairhaven's head coach is Cody Rodriguez, and he is assisted by Taylor Roderick. Starting for the Blue Devils, freshman, number 21, Sophia Lumba. Sophomore, number 11, Avery Ventura. Sophomore, number 12, Elodie Cook. Junior, number 2, co-captain, Michaela Smith. Senior, number 20, the other co-captain, Kira Joseph. Wareham's head coach is Mike Fortune, and he is assisted by Aaron Whittier and Ronnie Ferguson. Starting for the Vikings, at guard, 8th grader, number 32, Kobe Ferguson. At center, number 23, Donovan DeJesus. She's not a freshman. At guard, junior, number 12, Gianna Hernandez. At forward, senior, number 10, co-captain, Mercedes Perry. And at forward, senior, number 14, the other co-captain, Johnny Tompkins. A reminder that food and drink are not allowed in the gymnasium, and we ask that you do not walk in front of the players' benches. At this time, please stand if you are able and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. And with that, we welcome you back into J. Montague Gymnasium at Wareham High School, where the Wareham Vikings are about to host the Fairhaven Blue Devils in a girls' varsity matchup. Matt Lins and Christian Fernandez here with you, high above the court today.
I'm the hidden guy behind the curtain.
Christian also directing and doing our in-game graphics for us.
And hopefully tonight it won't fail like it did at the boys' game. We were doing a good job. The graphics machine just decided to eat itself. So,
a couple of noticeable players missing for the Vikings here tonight. Savannah Varden absent, as is Jazara Lima, Ebony Black-Todd. I believe Lily Wood. Nope, Lily is here. I just saw her. But, Christian, we talked about that, before we came on air. This is school vacation time. So very possible that those students are traveling with their families. But either way, the Lady Vikings have certainly been off to a great start this year. They had a good outing their last time out against Upper Cape Tech. Wareham's going to win the opening face-off. And I had a little mix-up during the introductions there because I saw Donovan DeJesus was listed as a freshman. She is. I got her and Mercedes Perry mixed up. That's who I was thinking of when I was like, she's not a freshman. No, Mercedes is a senior and one of the co-captains for the teams.
Yeah, DeJesus is class of 2029.
Yes.
I looked it up. I was like, what?
Well, I think she played as an 8th grader last year, which is why I was confused, because I knew I'd definitely seen her prior to this year. There's a 3-point opportunity that's going to go over the basket, and Tompkins will take the defensive board. Push up. She's going to feed Gianna Hernandez, who tries to bank it off, but it falls a little short. Fairhaven comes away with the rebound. They're going to get the bounce pass to Michaela Smith. Does a good job getting it to the open player. Perry into the...
Good defense by Wareham there.
Perry was in the passing lane. Tompkins with a no-look to Gianna.
Who was bumped.
She was. There was definitely contact there. I'm a little surprised there was no foul. And then Gianna
I'm even more surprised that the ball goes to Fairhaven.
Well, it's because it just went right out of Gianna's hands. She was the last person that touched it. But again, with the contact, there could have been at least a foul on the floor there.
A blocking foul.
Yes.
Not a shooting foul, but
Tompkins takes that one away. She's had a couple of steals already. Again, feeding Hernandez. Again. And this time Gianna's
hit her
going to
hands.
get the foul.
The Fairhaven player apologized right away.
Fairhaven foul against Sophia Lamba, her first, team first. Gianna Hernandez at the line, shooting 2. Our first one's going to be off the glass. And she will make one of her free throws and give Wareham a 1-0 lead. Oh, that pass is going to go wide, and Wareham will get it back.
We like to see turnovers like that.
Yes. Tompkins will take it out. Kobe Ferguson right here is someone you want to keep your eyes on. She made a bad pass there. That one's on the floor. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wareham, but she was a big factor in that game against Upper Cape. Very impressive for such a young player. So keep an eye on her, and we have.
We're hoping we keep her.
Yes, we have the high school choice here in Wareham. There are a couple of technical schools they could attend. So definitely hope that she continues her high school education right here at Wareham High, because she would be a key contributor to this team.
You and I both have children at technical schools.
Yep.
So we know how it can be easily swayed.
Tompkins working against the defense, gets around the corner and puts it home. Johnny Tompkins. And Tompkins will give Wareham a 3-0 lead 2 minutes into the game. 6 minutes to go in quarter number 1. This time It is Lamba who takes the feed. Gianna Hernandez takes it away. Tompkins out in front. Tompkins with the lay-in. Johnny Tompkins.
Is it timeout Fairhaven?
I believe so. Yep. Timeout Fairhaven. There you go. This defense has been just like, they haven't got the shots to fall offensively, but I can't even keep track right now of how many takeaways the defense has. Knocking balls loose, outright steals.
Johnny has at least 2 or 3 steals already.
I want to say 3. Now
and
Gianna
she's probably the score leader, too, because she's got 4 points.
Yeah, 4 of the 5. Yeah. It takes Fairhaven, forces Fairhaven to call a timeout. With 5:44 on the clock in the first, they don't want to fall too far behind.
It's early enough to get them to calm down. Let's pay attention.
Yep.
Be vocal.
Yep.
Know where your man is. Know where your ball needs to go. Those kind of things. Get their head in the game so they don't get. When we were watching the JV game, the score was wicked lopsided.
It was. When I first came up and noticed that, because I came up at halftime of that game, it was 38-9 Fairhaven. And the final ended up being 40-21. So take that for what it's worth, where Fairhaven was only able to score 1 basket after that point. I think that was Ferguson, was it not?
Yes, it was.
Covey Ferguson.
Traveling. So going to Wareham. Nice forced turnover by Wareham.
Yep.
I think it was Ferguson and Johnny Tompkins double teaming.
Inside to Perry. Mercedes Perry from Tompkins. And this was something else we saw in that Upper Cape game, was they spread it around. And there were a couple of lead scorers, but for the most part, everybody on the floor contributed.
No, did not make it across half court. Wareham forced the backcourt violation.
Was it backcourt or was it the 10 seconds?
The 10-second rule.
10-second violation, Wareham's ball.
And this is a kind of a defense that we've seen with the boys team, which means the girls team is actually paying attention to success, and that's really good school-wise, following the same methods,
Coach Fortune has done a real good job with this team over the last 2 years.
I see him, I see Coach Rojic, who was
timeout, Fairhaven.
A really old, long-time girls varsity coach. So that's another Fairhaven timeout. And I see him talk to Coach Rojic a lot.
Yep.
And I think he was already a good coach before, but I think he's gleaning some information from a coach that had, I think he was like a coach for like 30 years, almost beyond his tenure of even as a teacher. So I think it's rubbing off. They even did, I think last year they did the dedication game to Coach Rojic and gave him a plaque or a thanks or that kind of thing.
Well, you pointed it out while you were talking, Christian, but that's a second timeout called by Fairhaven, and we're not even fully halfway through the first quarter.
And we know, or at least this year we know, that there's only 5. So they only have 3 more for the whole game. At halftime, they don't get another 5.
No. No, like this is a big deal. And
1 is a good time.
Yeah.
2, that's, I don't know. If it works, I guess. But you're sacrificing a lot.
Yeah. There's another takeaway by the defense. This time it's Hernandez again. She's going to take it herself and draws the foul. Fairhaven foul against Michaela Smith. Her first, team second. Gianna Hernandez at the line, shooting 2. Hernandez has drawn both fouls in the game so far tonight. They're both shooting fouls. She was 1 for 2 at the line her first time up. Again, this is her first. She's got one more. So she's 50% from the line.
Which is not a bad place to be, considering she's had 2 fouls.
Right. Gianna's going to come to the bench. Lily Woodside checks in to take her place. Oh, that one's going to go off Smith. Woodside picks it up, feeds Kobe, and it is off the underside of the rim. Now Fairhaven has a chance to bring it the other way. That shot's off the mark. Perry with the rebound. She's going to give it up to Johnny Tompkins. Tompkins up ahead, feeding to Jesus, who gets fouled.
By number 2 again.
Fairhaven foul against Michaela Smith, her second, team third. Donovan DeJesus at the line, shooting 2.
This could mean trouble for Fairhaven. I mean, we still have 4 minutes left. They've already got 3 fouls down.
And they've all been shooting fouls, too. Nothing on the floor. Donovan makes her first. Donovan makes the second, and with that, with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter, 12-0 Wareham. Johnny again reaching in. Michaela was able to get that ball back, and she finally puts in the first points of the game for Fairhaven. Michaela Smith.
When you were looking at the Fairhaven roster, are they fairly a young team?
Yes. Largely underclassmen. There are 2 seniors on the team. Majorly made up of freshmen and sophomores. 2 juniors, 2 seniors. Everybody else is sophomore or younger.
Well, that could be they could be their bubble year, but
yes,
it also they could have the next 3 years the same team basically. 2 or so people leaving every year is not a big deal.
No, then you have
losing 6 people.
Well, they have 5 sophomores on the team and 4 freshmen.
So that year, when those kids are seniors, that's going to be a big year. But then the next year, they're going to be low again. So.
Well, and we've seen what happens with that in our own school with the boys, when pretty much the entire varsity team graduated at once.
Luckily, our JV team wasn't that bad, so.
Michaela Smith for 3. Smith has all 5 points for the Blue Devils. She has a 2-point and a 3-point. Inside to DeJesus, who puts it off the glass. Donovan DeJesus, 14-5, 2:45 to go in the first. And, you know, despite, look, nice move by Michaela to keep that, but it can't fall.
Almost a steal, but it bounced off the back of Wareham.
Back and forth between Perry and Smith. Who is that? I didn't see.
Johnny Tompkins.
Okay. Johnny Tompkins.
You know what shuts off the back and forth? Points.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's just, I think Smith made some contact with Perry, and Perry took a little exception to it. Kind of bumped her off a little bit. Nothing really much there. Just a little, hey, I know you're there. Tompkins going to give it to DeJesus, who's a little short. Wareham still with an 11-point lead. Under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Smith again. Her 3-point shot is long.
Ferguson.
Look out. Watch her speed. Nice. Nice pass by Tompkins as she was going out of bounds. Ferguson found
fall.
Woodside. But it went out off of a Blue Devil. And we're going to have subs.
Wow, Fairhaven making a full change.
Yeah.
And Wareham making 2 changes.
Yeah, Kennedy Mooney's out on the floor, as is 22, who's not on my sheet. I should say not on your sheet. Maybe they're on the official sheet.
It's possible. It could have been a change that because of the people that are missing.
Yeah. Oh, that's possible. It could be a JV player because she's not on the official roster either. But she's out on the floor right now. Woodside coming over, making a nice screen. Takes the pass. The shot. Oh, they're saying it was deflected. So was it off the Blue Devils? Is it Wareham ball?
I don't know.
That was a short rest for Johnny Tompkins. She's coming back in, as is Gianna Hernandez. Mooney in number 22 will come out. It was off of Fairhaven, a block shot. Wareham inbounds. Oh my gosh. Ferguson was holding 3 defenders back by herself. Did you see that? Now she's going to take the 3. That's going to be off the rim. Tompkins gets the offensive board. Gives it out to Hernandez, who's back over to Ferguson. Tompkins into traffic. It's off the back of the rim. She gets her own rebound, kicks it back up to Ferguson. Whoa! Clean contact. Oh, it's in and out.
God.
Shot clock's off now. Gianna's got a mid-range jumper. They're fighting for it, keeping it in the offensive zone. Perry looking for 3. That's off the rim.
Going. 12 seconds.
And it's going to be out of bounds on Wareham. It's going to be Fairhaven's ball with 11.5 to go.
Wareham had the ball for so long. It wasn't that they weren't hitting the rim or the backboard. It just wasn't falling.
It's interesting. It looked like they put Tompkins and Hernandez in for that sequence because once they turned the ball over, they came back to the bench, and Mooney and 22 are back on. And there's going to be a blocking foul against Perry. Wareham foul against Mercedes Perry, her first, team second. What was the other foul against Wareham? I missed that.
I didn't see.
Either way, it says they get 2 on the board. Long 3 at the buzzer, and it's no good. So that's how the first quarter will end. Wareham up 16-5.
I think they're in a good place.
The scoring is sort of stalled, though.
Yeah. It seems like Fairhaven has put in a good defense. Although I'm not sure, we haven't seen a lot come out of the players that just came out onto the floor. So I'll hold my reservation to just see what goes on.
I mean, the defense improved before that total swap out.
Well, Wareham's defense is still really strong.
Yeah.
And as we saw the Johnny Tompkins and
Yeah.
Hernandez swap out helped. It kept it down there for a full minute and a half.
Second, third, fourth opportunities on offense. Fairhaven takes possession to start the second quarter, trailing 5-16.
And Tompkins and Hernandez is back out on the floor.
Now, we've seen Fairhaven kind of clean up the mistakes, too. You know, we saw a lot of travels, but the defense is still right there as they get the loose ball. Gianna has to handle a bit of a pass, going to bounce inside to Ferguson, and she makes it. Covey Ferguson. But, you know, forcing all those mental errors in the first quarter, making Fairhaven take 2 timeouts, 10-second violations, travelings. Smith. Ooh, she put that in. Michaela Smith. Smith has, I believe, 6 of the 7 points for Fairhaven, so you're going to have to watch her. Cross court over to Hernandez. Now back, whoop, a little miscommunication. DeJesus kind of tipped that pass, which for all intents looked like it was intended for Tompkins from the get-go. Ferguson's going to find her way to a corner, not looking to take a shot, though. She gives it back. Tompkins against 3, 2 on the shot clock, and she puts it down.
Was that a 2?
Yes, it was. Gianni Tompkins. That's out in front. Ooh. Almost got to DeJesus, but Aubrey DeRoche for Fairhaven did a good job to track that down, and she's going to pull a foul.
It's on Ferguson.
Wareham foul against Kobe Ferguson, her first, team first. Aubrey DeRoche at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first one. I thought it was going to be a little short, but that went right over that front lip of the rim and in. Mercedes will take a break as Woodside checks back into the game for the Vikings. They have a lane violation.
Did she step on the line?
Well, it's Wareham's ball, either way. So definitely a violation against Fairhaven. It's 20-8 after they convert one of the 2 free throws.
$6:13 to go.
Oh, Gianna needs help. She's getting double teamed. Does a good job to get it out to Woodside. Woodside gets it to Ferguson at the top of the arc. She's going to back off. Woodside comes in, sets a nice screen. Trying to set something up. Woodside thought about it, and now she's going to have it knocked away from her.
But it's going to stay in Wareham's
right.
hands.
Normally when you come in from behind like that, you try to slap it down so it goes off a foot. And we got to travel.
Ferguson took an extra step trying to get around the Fairhaven player.
That'll be a turnover to the Blue Devils. Smith takes the inbounds. Feeds up ahead to DeRoche. And Smith was looking for 3. That's overshot. Tompkins with the defensive board. Oh! Trying to get it to Hernandez. It went off of a Fairhaven player's foot, but Gianna able to recover and track it down. Woodside's got a good look, but she's going to bounce inside to DeJesus. It goes off of Fairhaven, reaching in to try to take it away. A little high for Ferguson, and she lost it. DeRoche going the other way all by herself. She put on the brakes. I don't know what that was about. She had an open lane.
What happened?
I don't know.
Timeout?
Maybe. Yep. Timeout, Wareham. So DeRoche had an open lane to the basket, and I mean, I think it was Hernandez.
Maybe
was
she
trying
assumed that they were too close, and
or she heard the
blocked.
footsteps. I don't know what happened, and trying to like. But it was just weird. Like she could have just gone up and put it in, I think. But just to come to a dead stop like that. And
you could see that the team in general was getting flustered, and that was a good call by Coach Fortune to take the timeout.
Yeah, settle everybody down.
It is funny that he was like walking out to the court. Their huddle is way out in the court.
Yeah, they're not on the bench. 5:04 on the clock in the second quarter. Wareham up 20-8. 12-point game. Tompkins calling out the play. Inside to DeJesus, outside to Hernandez. Bounce pass to Woodside. She's in trouble. They're going to call a foul on Lily.
Lily was
foul against Lily Woodside, her first, team second.
Lily wasn't there, though. It looked like the other Fairhaven player.
Well, after she lost the ball, what they're saying is she pushed the Fairhaven player. That looked close to a swipe at Donovan's face. Ferguson, right under the basket, puts it off the glass. Covey Ferguson. DeRoche. Again, a little bit of hand fighting out there. This kind of swatting at each other.
I think Fairhaven's really frustrated. And sometimes you see teams that when they get frustrated, they get physical, as that's the only way to stop it.
DeRoche with the putback. Aubrey DeRoche makes it a 12-point game again, 22-10, 3:40 on the clock in the second quarter. Tompkins brings it down from downtown. Johnny Tompkins for three. DeRoche gets an open look off the rim. Woodside picks it up, goes the other way, puts the brakes on, is going to kick it back out. Good awareness. Tompkins off the glass and in. Johnny Tompkins. Lead is now 17, 27-10, 2:52 to go. Air ball goes out off of Fairhaven. Wareham gets it back. Perry will come back out on the floor to give DeJesus a break.
3 more points in this game is just too far.
Woodside is the only starter, non-starter on the floor, I should say. Tompkins trying to find a lane at the baseline. It was cut off. Hernandez tried a three. Tompkins gets it back and a putback. Johnny Tompkins. Tompkins has scored the last 7 Vikings points. Long three goes over.
And that's another thing you start to see with teams that are really frustrated. They just start throwing up anything.
And I like what Perry did there because as it went over her head, she put her arms back not only to not touch it, but to keep Fairhaven from getting to it and trying to save it.
Oh.
Perry with the rebound. That's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go to Wareham. Jump ball, Vikings ball. But see, that's the improvement I've seen in this team over the last couple of years. Just like the awareness and the intelligence in the game. Tompkins short on her shot. That goes off the front of the rim.
And the no give up attitude.
Yes, absolutely.
The first time you started doing them with me, you would see them after a rebound just run to the other end of the court and not stick around and try to defend it or try to get a steal out of it.
Yep. It's still going to be Blue Devil basketball. But yeah, I saw that out of them the last 2 or 3 years, I'd say. You know,
You also
the effort was there from beginning to end. That's a long 2.
You can also see Johnny Tompkins has developed to be a great leader.
Elodie Cook for 2. Yes, she has. They've come to rely on her over the last few years. Jump ball, Fairhaven ball.
You can actually see her directing the team
Yep.
on the court.
Yep.
Like that thing that just happened on the other side.
Yep.
Where she was saying, hey, people need to be here. You know, those kind of things because people were out of place. That's what you want. You want a captain or anybody on the team to have a lot of voice to teach the younger players like what the play is and to remember and to be there.
And you'll see her gesture and point as she's bringing the ball up court, telling players where she wants them to be.
She hasn't done her whoop yet. Her her little noise she makes when she wants the ball.
Well, she's got it right now and coming up. Going to feed it to Woodside, who puts it up and in. Nicely done. Lily Woodside. Almost a straight up and in.
Is it a 19-point game?
It's 31-12, so yes. Yep. Now might be more, but Gianna's going to lose it out of bounds just to stop herself before she goes running into the window.
I think Fairhaven is going to do a lot of talking in the locker room.
Oh, yes. Inside. Tries to put it up. No good.
Knocking it
Still
away
got
is
an
great.
opportunity. Oh, she made it.
Three-pointer.
It counts. It counts. Elodie Cook for 3 is good at the buzzer. And that is how we will go to the break, 31-15.
16-point game.
All right, back here at Wareham, we're getting ready to start the second half of tonight's game. Wareham is on top, 31-15. Wareham put in 15 points in that second quarter and allowed 10. So Fairhaven doubled their production from the first quarter.
We also were relaxing and not paying attention to the clock.
Well, and the Vikings came out of the locker room really, really late. Nobody really came out and warmed up. Fairhaven, you know.
A little bit.
Yeah, took some shots here or there, but Wareham didn't really warm up at all.
Maybe they didn't feel like they needed to.
I don't know. I mean, always a good idea. You've been sitting for 15 minutes. You want to get your muscles loose again and make sure you're still in it.
So Fairhaven should start off with the ball? No, Wareham.
Nope, Wareham will, and Fairhaven will get it in the fourth. Wareham's looked very good in the first half of this game. Inside to Perry, who shoots the nice easy points. Mercedes Perry. Michaela Smith, who has scored a majority of the points for Fairhaven. There's a long three that's going to be off the mark. Perry gets the rebound. Smith came over to try to cut Tompkins off, but Tompkins made a nice adjustment. Perry's got Smith on a screen. Good ball movement. Gianna got an open look at a three, but it's slightly off the mark. Have to see if the Vikings defense continues to give Fairhaven the trouble that they did in the first half.
Ooh, that was a weird bounce, but it worked.
And it was a three.
Thought it was going to bounce past, and it hit
Elodie
the backboard and
for three.
Came back in.
Oh, look out. Interception on the pass. Fairhaven's starting to turn it up a little bit. We saw a lot of Wareham takeaways in that first quarter. Look at this. She's drawing the entire Vikings defense against her, and she's now going to get a foul. That's against Donovan. Wareham foul against Donovan DeJesus. Her first, team first. Ileana Nobre at the line, shooting 2.
She missed her first.
She did. Missed them both, and that one's going to get swatted away, and they give it to Wareham, which I think is the right call.
Yeah, Johnny swatted it to begin with, but Fairhaven chased it out.
And, yeah, I thought it was Cook who took the swat at it and had her hand on it. But either way, Fairhaven's kind of got a 2-3 zone going on right now. Just trying to keep Wareham out at the perimeter. Donovan with the pivot, almost taken away.
I love Johnny's no-look passes.
Yeah.
She does. Was it a 3 or a 2?
I think a 3, but I didn't see who it was.
It was a 3. It's 36 now.
Yeah. I didn't see who took the shot.
DeJesus, I think.
Donovan got it?
23?
Yes.
Yeah.
Previous basket, Donovan DeJesus for 3. Now inside, little hook shot. Ileana Nobre.
16-point game. Wareham still has a sizable lead.
Yes. There's a few different faces on the floor of the Blue Devils. Donovan able to work her way down to the post and put it in. Donovan DeJesus. Nicely, using her body, using her size. She had the advantage over Cook.
She's definitely strong under the basket.
Yes. See who they're going to get now? They're going to get Johnny Tompkins. Wareham foul against Johnny Tompkins, her second, team second. Michaela Smith at the line, shooting 2. Interesting shot. She had her hands on the side of the basketball instead. Usually it's one under and a guide hand. Smith is 1 for 1 on that trip to the free throw line. Makes it 38-21, 4:56 to go. Gianna picking up the loose ball, and she's going to get the foul. Fairhaven foul against Ileana Nobre. Her first, team first. Perry will take it out. Perry going to look for 3 and drains it. Mercedes Perry for 3. Makes it a 20-point game, 41-21, 4:38 to go in the third. Johnny getting a little physical. Got to be careful. She's already got 2 personals against her.
But Fairhaven has definitely picked up their defensive game.
Yes, they have.
They've also gotten, look
out. They got Nobre again. She tried to hold up. Fairhaven foul against Ileana Nobre, her second, team second. But made the contact, and Hernandez went to the floor.
I think at least it looked like to me that Gianna was going to go to the floor anyway, but hitting the player didn't help it.
Ooh, Johnny trying an up and under, but kind of spun it. Is that Donovan again?
Yes.
Donovan DeJesus. Back to a 12-point lead for the Vikings. Whoa! There you go. Rhea Lucas.
Was that no, it was a 2.
Yep. Back to 20 points. Ferguson, 4-3. Kobe Ferguson, 4-3.
She has a graceful shot.
She does.
It reminds me of Aaron Cody. Just seems effortless.
Right. Smith, short on that shot.
And for an 8th grader,
Yeah.
she's going to be great.
She's a natural. Like, she doesn't look like an 8th grader playing against high school kids. She looks like she belongs out there. She knows what she's doing. And that was a timeout called by the Blue Devils. Timeout, Fairhaven. They've got 2 left, Christian.
Yep.
You know, they used 2 of them in the first quarter alone.
And then both teams used 1 in the second. So Wareham still has 4, and Fairhaven has 2. That could play a long way at the end.
Oh, yeah.
If Fairhaven is able to make the deficit,
Yep.
you know, Coach Fortune has a lot to work with.
Right.
Timeout-wise or stop clock-wise or whatever to make it stay in Wareham's favor. But if Wareham pulls ahead and Fairhaven's not able to come back, they're not going to have any timeouts to deal with it. They're just going to have to let it happen.
Wareham's been in the driver's seat pretty much from the outstart, which is what we saw against Upper Cape.
All these changes to the way basketball is played in high school to resemble all the changes that happen at college is really interesting to watch how everything changes. I mean, when you started, they had 10 fouls or something like that? At 7 fouls, it was 1-and-1.
Yeah.
And at the 10th foul, you got 2 shots all the time.
But at the same time, those fouls would only reset at the half.
Correct.
Now they reset every quarter. Woodside is a little short. I don't know if somebody got a piece of that or not. They got to try. Oh, Ferguson does a great job to get back and prevent the back.
I was looking at that gray line, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, that's gray. That's not blue. Turnover in favor of Fairhaven.
Yep.
You didn't see what happened, though.
No, me neither. Yeah, I'm not sure what the gray line is. I mean, I know the white lines are for volleyball. Or the black lines might actually be volleyball. I'm not sure what the white lines are. Lots of lines out there on the floor.
New ones.
Yeah.
I think I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense.
Well,
it looks like when the short, the other basketball hoops are down, the other gray lines are for that.
Wareham foul against Johnny Tompkins, her third, team third. Ileana Nobre at the line, shooting 2. So Johnny's picked up her third personal, which with 2:21 left in the third is a little concerning. She's going to have to come to the bench. As Nobre is 0 for 2 in that trip at the line, Kennedy Mooney's going to get the rebound.
Wareham still has a lot of strong players out there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Also,
oh, look out. That one's taken away.
Mercedes Perry's the other captain, right?
Yep.
And she's also still out there. So,
but this is a point that I would look at Ferguson and see what she can do. Speaking from a leadership standpoint. Get over there quick to close Ferguson off. Woodside inside to Mooney. Mooney is able to handle it, but she's getting double teamed. Able to get it away and get it out of trouble over to
2
Hernandez.
seconds. Someone shoot. Ooh.
That was close. They were counting it down.
That's one thing that Johnny had to hold on. There's no one out there watching.
That's off the side of the backboard. Gianna now comes down with the rebound, gives it up to Ferguson. Yeah, somebody's got to take charge of that and keep an eye on that double dribble. And it's going to go back to Fairhaven.
Fairhaven has picked their players.
Yes.
To fight. And they know Ferguson. And you can see, look at Ferguson's face. She's very frustrated because of the double teaming and triple teaming of her to stop her. And without Johnny out there.
Right. Well, that's the thing. If you got 2 or 3 defenders on one person like Ferguson, then somebody's open. You just got to find them. And you got to get over there and help her because those passes are going to be contested. That was a bit of a floater up and down, and Hernandez showing good awareness, making sure she was in bounds before she attempted to take that loose ball down. Ferguson looking for 3. She's a little off the mark, but Hernandez able to save it from going out of bounds. There's another 3, and that's a little short. Shot clock is now off with 30.7 seconds to go in the quarter. Wareham up 46-23. Open look at a 3, but it's a long shot. Doesn't look like they're really getting comfortable planting their feet out there before they shoot.
Yeah.
Lamba, who took that last shot, had a very open stance as she put it up. And that's going to be an air ball put up. You heard the coach saying 3 seconds, 2 seconds, wanting him to get that last shot off, but it's no good. And the third quarter ends with Wareham on top 46-23.
No, were there a lot of points that quarter? It seems like it's not.
Wareham put in another 15. But Fairhaven only put in 8, if I'm doing my math right. 31-46 is 15 points. 15-23 is 8 points, right?
Correct.
Good. I mean, only a total of 23 points scored in the quarter. Only had 25 scored in the second quarter. And 21 scored in the first quarter. So it has been relatively low scoring.
Yeah.
These are total points, by the way. Wareham and Fairhaven combined. But we're going into the fourth with Wareham on top by 13.
No.
That's not right.
23.
23.
Which is literally double Fairhaven's score.
Yep, you're right. They got them doubled up.
So, Wareham can slow down. They can box out, hold the ball, go for the draining of the clock. They've got such a lead, it'd be pointless to do a lot of turnovers.
Right. Like that one, which was...
And just give the ball to Fairhaven and give them a chance.
A little too high for Ferguson to handle.
They should focus on pulling the fouls. Make Fairhaven frustrated that they're not driving to the basket.
Oh, inside, but that's short. DeJesus does a good job to come over and try to block it, but now it's Fairhaven pulling down a foul.
33? Oh, 32.
That's against Kobe. Wareham foul against Kobe Ferguson, her second, team first. Sophia Lamba at the line. Shooting 2. Give Be a little hard sometimes to get all that information out before they take their shot. All right, looks like another violation.
Stepped on the line again.
Yep. It's the second time we've seen that happen tonight.
Is it the same player?
I don't think so, but I can't.
I think the last time it was 22. Was that 22?
No, that was 21. So then the last time it would have been DeRoche. Donovan falling down is able to get the pass away. Mooney's going to give it to Ferguson, who's got an open look at the corner. Oh! Mooney came so close to keeping it in bounds.
Ferguson had pushed in too far, and Donovan had tried to knock it back to where Ferguson was.
All right, so Mooney has come to the bench, and they are going to check in Laney Abreu into the game for the Vikings. Abreu right to work defensively. Inside, she's trying to post those hook shots over Donovan, and Donovan's just too tall. Like, it's not really working. She's not able to get any leverage or strength on that shot, so it's just kind of going up in the air. Perry's down under the basket, but drew 3 defenders. Abreu, cross court to Woodside. Woodside about the foul line. She's going to be short. And Donovan tries the put back, but it's taken away. DeRoche, nope.
Couldn't fall.
There you go, Christian. Now they're slowing it down like you were talking about. Ferguson took her time bringing it up, making sure she was across before the 10 seconds, and DeJesus with the lay-in.
Yep.
Donovan DeJesus.
Force Fairhaven to make mistakes.
Right.
You don't have to make mistakes anymore. It's so much distance. And Fairhaven traveling, that's a good turnover for us. Fairhaven isn't, they've made a few three-pointers, but it's not like a consistent, there's a three-point threat out there who's making it time after time after time. Like when we watched the boys' game.
Right.
It was Aaron Cody and Tavares, and it was just everyone shooting threes like every 3 seconds. Even the other team that they were playing from Nauset, it was just three. There isn't that here. Pass. You're not seeing that here.
That shot's long. Good clean defense by Perry. Inside, Abreu fighting for it, but it's Fairhaven that comes up with it. It's going to get by him.
Oh, she was pushed out of bounds on top of the ball.
She was. That's what they were trying. You could almost see it. They were trying to push her into the ball so that the ball would roll out of bounds off of Lily. That's exactly what they were trying to do.
Unfortunately, they pushed her onto the ball, but they still got it. I don't even know how that is possible.
Tompkins is back on the floor. There's a shot clock violation against Fairhaven. They weren't paying attention. Shot clock violation, Wareham ball. 4:45 to go, and Wareham still has Fairhaven doubled up, 48-24. Good to see Abreu getting some playing time. And Brooke Roy is number 22. She's a junior varsity player playing at varsity level tonight. Woodside shot is an air ball.
Picked up by Fairhaven.
But look at the speed on Woodside getting back on defense. Bounces off of Tompkins. Ileana Nobre. Nobody's been a factor in this second half, points-wise.
Better be careful with those long, over-the-head passes.
3:45 to go in the quarter. Tompkins is going to hand off to Perry. Perry puts on the brake, spins away from Smith. Under 10 on the shot clock. Abreu's going to put it up. That is a good shot off the rim.
Now they can slow it down again.
Resets the shot clock. Perry with a spin shot, and it goes in. Mercedes Perry. Perry puts the Vikings at 50 points. 24-point lead with 3:12 to go.
Long three, no good. Abreu giving it off to Johnny Tompkins.
Yep. Good effort there. She had a defender on her back. Timeout, Wareham.
Johnny Tompkins was laughing. I don't know.
Well, you're going to have a good time when you're up by this much.
I think she was laughing at what she did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, we're going to come out of Wareham's timeout with 2:53 on the clock, and the Vikings on top 50-26.
Being so close to the end of the game, I want to remind everyone that if you want to advertise your business with Wareham Media, you can sponsor the games or underwrite the games, just like we have with Cranberry Credit Union on the beginning of the match.
Yep.
There are also some other options that we can do. If you're interested, please contact me, Christian Fernandez, at christian@warehamtv.org. You can find my email right on the website if you don't remember. But we're looking to help keep the program going.
No, and it's great community outreach for these sponsors, too, because you're really helping the students.
I mean, we have for years been able to cover everything for free, but we're getting close to not being able to do that, and I want to keep this program going.
Lily Woodside. Well, and the other thing, too, we do this coverage for the students, and Christian, in the past, I know you've prided yourself on the highlight reels that you put together for these student athletes to help them get scholarships to continue their education at college level. So it really is about our community and our students.
I mean, when I came in 2009, working for Wareham TV, it was not a thing. They weren't filming games. There were tons of people who had no reels to give to coaches. Coaches weren't watching film unless the parents were in the stands filming. And we do all of that. You know, if you're a parent and you have a child who's in the program and you're looking for videos, you can go to our YouTube and you can watch them. And you can send the links to the coaches and they can watch them. There are coaches already watching our feed
Right.
because they know that they can find it online. So you can see that greatness before the students, and you can scout the players that way. It's just way easier. But it's important for me to make sure that the students get the coverage they want.
Plus, you can have family members that live outside of the local area. That's going to, as you
grandparents in Florida.
Yep, you mentioned our YouTube channel where we put the games up.
And they look for it.
Yeah,
I get frequent phone calls.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the video going to be?
Yeah.
How can I watch it?
Kira Joseph. We do have a small waiting period between when the game ends and when we're able to put it back up on
It's about a week.
social media, but
It's about a week. You can
anybody
catch the live without any
Right,
editing or
right.
anything like that. It's still on our Vimeo page
Right.
for the entire season. It's not as pretty to look at, some of the edits that we do, but
there's a long three off the board. And now Wareham can just hold it. That's exactly what Coach Fortune's telling them.
9 seconds. There's no reason to.
No reason to take a shot. Fairhaven's not going to foul because nothing's going to come out of it. There it is. That is the end of the game. Wareham comes away with their 4th win of the season. That is the end of tonight's game. Your final score, Wareham 52, Fairhaven 28. Thank you all for coming out tonight and helping to support Wareham High School. We hope you have a safe ride home and a happy and safe New Year's.
So, surprise, Matt, you're already on camera.
Well, after what happened with the boys last week, I think that's a smart move because if you didn't see that, they were shutting the lights off on us as we were doing our closing.
I've seen it happen before, but never that fast. And,
so let me try to do a little quick math on camera here. They only allowed 5 points to the Vikings in the 4th quarter, and meanwhile, 46-52 is less than 10, but it was a low-scoring quarter. Let's just leave it at that. You know, that's all we need.
It was 6 points.
Yeah, but that's all they needed. Like, they were in the driver's seat from the very, very get-go.
I mean, to start, it was 12, wasn't it? 12 to something?
Something like that. Well, yeah, at the end of the first quarter, it was 16-5. Like, and, you know, I've been very impressed with what I've seen out of the girls so far this year. I've only covered 2 games, so I think we've only had 2 home games, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. This is the third.
Okay. So, you know, Upper Cape and Fairhaven tonight, both in the driver's seat, but also 2 teams that are struggling this year. So we need to see what happens down the road when they start to face some better competition. We haven't played a Mayflower League game yet. So
the first game will be January 9th against Atlantis Charter.
Okay.
Well, at least league games here.
Right.
There's a sooner league game sooner. But we will be back Friday.
Yes, we will.
With the girls. They're going to be playing against Monomoy, also a non-league game.
All right. Well, there we go. So Wareham is off to a 4-0 start on the year. Great start for them. You know, it's too early to start talking about playoffs, but, you know, it is a short season. So we'd like to see them keep riding this momentum and building on this and hopefully get a postseason berth. They've earned it. They really, really have. So for Christian Fernandez and the rest of our Wareham Sports production crew, I'm Matt Lynn saying thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you Friday.
Haley.